Hi, Warriors. It's 11 a.m. EST. It's time for Mike and me to talk about what's happening in the markets. Mike, how are you today?
It's average.
Okay, so I've been going through some migraine situations. It's a
Oh, I'm
pretty
sorry,
interesting,
coach.
yeah, it's a pretty interesting day. We have dollar weakness. People that have been following me, I've been talking about 105 Dixie. We got there to the pip the other day, and the dollar's selling off. I do think that there could be another push higher in the dollar, one more push. People are celebrating the big move in the metals. I went in small yesterday. I still think there's a chance for gold to work lower towards 1950. I'll cover that technically tomorrow. Mike and I'll each do our Friday wraps. We both agree Friday's a very important day to see how the markets close. My quick overview is the market isn't making hay out of a weak dollar and lower yields. Looks like we could have a failing rally. Apple's under pressure, and the VIX has retraced 61.8 at 14. So the big story is going to be what happens with the yields. Are we going to hold the 420 level or not? And does the dollar have one more rally left in it? I think it will, especially if this is a failing rally and we get some risk off for a few weeks. So I think Apple is very close to a breakdown. We're at 181 and a half or so. 180 is the breakdown. It didn't even recover when the market was up 40 handles in the S&Ps. Apple was still lower if you want to show it. That's
I
not
show it
enough.
right here. Apple. There was the news today. Was Apple? Warren Buffett sold a lot of
Yeah,
shares.
yeah, and you can't sell a lot into the market. He still has a ton of it, so
Well,
we don't
also,
know.
he's
Go
he's
ahead.
selling into market strength with stock weakness, which was appropriate. That's what you're supposed to do when the
Well,
stock is
yeah,
great call, coach. By the way, this was the stock you were most bearish on net. Period.
yeah, for since the summer, and it
Correct.
really it really hasn't made any progress since last July, and now I think we're going to enter a capitulation phase that could take it down to 160. We really get going, then you're talking 145.
This is
But
deflect.
the
Bravo.
miners are having a good day. Mike's first day that I did something small in Endeavor yesterday. I don't think it's a bottom. Uh, we're due for a rally. There's Endeavor. It's diverging. So I just had to have my toe in the water. I've been waiting months to do something, but
But
I think that we're going to have one more break in gold at down to 1950. I'll be buying the miners with both hands and backing up the
wow,
truck.
that looks
So,
good, coach. That
okay.
looks good
So,
for a rotation swing play. That looks nice.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that. And matter of fact, GOLD reported, pardon me, earnings yesterday.
yeah,
There's the proverbial double bottom on volume. Good news. I'm not
yeah,
sure if the baby's out with the bathwater yet. I can certainly make a case for both sides. Probably you
yeah,
can make a better one. Same with Newmont Mining. That's my only gold position. It has been,
yeah.
as you know. I'm not sure if I'm adding to them yet. I'll listen straight up here. I'll probably listen to your cue to be honest, because I'm just
Okay.
uh I'm honed in on the best of breeds in these commodity sectors right now as I rotate out of technology, financials, or even these little biotechs, if you will. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Newmont, I'm in. I haven't. I know your next question because I've been looking for them as well. I don't see anybody, excuse me, stepping out with any short or long term calls yet.
Okay.
Certainly, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah,
The other big development is that the gold silver ratio broke down today. It negated the upside breakout. That's a very good sign longer term for the metals market with silver leading. I believe it will lead and outperform. So that's a pretty important signal that we're getting going into the end of the week. But I think even silver could, you know, sell off one more time, trade, 2170 is 78.6 back. I know a lot of people are looking at a triangle at around 2120. That's the SLV, so that has a little different number on it than the CFD and futures. But we're getting very close. So Euro bottomed at 107 before this recent rally. That was my original number. It could still sell off to 78.6, be closer to 106. So, a lot of things that are becoming pivotal here. So, I'll update everyone technically tomorrow.
All right.
So are we getting what kind of wise guy action happens on a day like this? Is it still tepid
It's
like it
gamma
was?
squeezes. It's
Okay.
wise guy actions mean nothing. Let's go to
Okay.
the coach. Like I say, I don't, I've never got right. The last time I got rattled maybe was, I think it was like that Christmas Eve week or something. Wasn't there a bad one year, Christmas, the end of the year, one year, 2020 or 21, was it?
Well, last October was kind of tough for bulls before we bottomed at 4,100.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was that. But look at the list here, the movers, okay?
Yeah,
Let's look at
coin.
this
All
APP for
Bitcoin stuff, huh?
no, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Bitcoin, but look at the losers. I mean, talking major.
Yeah. Oh,
Fastly,
wow.
Twilo. I mean, these are major. Twilo. Here you go. Twilo. A couple of movers today. I'll tell you why I was shaking and rattled. Twilo very easily could have broken out to the 85
Yeah.
group with the rest of them. Finished.
Er,
Fastly.
Earnings, right?
Yeah,
Earnings?
Fastly. Same thing. Fastly three
Oh,
days
wow.
ago
Yeah.
was 25, cut in half.
Yeah.
Okay. We have Microsoft, little heavy now under the
Really.
moving averages.
Yeah.
I also want. This is what I want
Threatening.
to bring up. Children's Place.
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, my
Hold on,
goodness.
coach. I almost got taken out of the business today. Stock
Yeah.
closed at four. Okay, first of all, let me look at an example about Children's Place. Okay, a retail situation. Okay, it had bad numbers. Then it had, then the shorts got taken out of it because it doubled from 8 to 16 in 2 days. So I thought the shorts were out of it fine. Other retailing stocks that are in the talk is takeover activist takeovers. Okay, here's one,
Yeah.
BFC. That's you may or may not know. Trust me, anybody that's familiar with this, more intimate, knows that VFC is always an active thing. Nothing. So I'm like, all right, nobody's interested.
There's a lot of disorderly trading going
Disorderly.
on. Yeah.
Look at Shaq.
The,
But coach, listen to me. You
yeah.
have to finish the story.
Wow. All right.
So Children's Place said, okay, we're going to back it a little shareholder activist. We got something. Okay, no problem. Still holding to my another rule, not shorting under the 50-day. Stock closed at 1464.
Yeah,
It
see it.
opens, all right, 19. Opens up 30, 40% or whatever. Okay. Now
Yeah.
it's not, the news is not really new. The squeeze has already happened from it already happened. The news has already happened from 8 to 17. So I know the shorts are out of it. So then I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll short a couple of thousand at 1930. I turn around, it's 26. Short a couple
Wow.
more thousand, 26. So now I'm short like 4,000 at like 20. Stock is 40. I'm down $20 on 4,000 shares. It's
Yeah.
halted. Now I'm seeing 38. Now I'm watching the halt. It says 50 next print. So I'm short 4,000 from like 22. I'll show you my average price right here. It's a green line from 22.80. I'm almost even in the fucking bastard. But I took a little bit of a loss because it showed 100.
Yeah.
So I'm short 4,000 shares from 24, 23. The stock is halted at 40. So I'm already down 17 points. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's blew through. So I'm saying I've never seen this. This is not a Bed Bath and Beyond, a GME. I know the market is toppy and things are going crazy like Apple. So I know there are wild things going on, except so I'm like, okay. So this thing prints 100. I'm down $70 on 4,000 shares. And then I actually had like 6,000. I said, okay, no problem. So now I'm thinking, I'm reacting. I'm saying, does it print 100? I'm looking at the other stocks on the board, Macy's, Dillard's. I'm going through every retailer. I'm going through the Twitter feed, stock twits. I'm calling fucking people. My T's is calling over. So now I have to think between rationality and I can't get emotional.
How can
So,
you not?
okay, so I take off some here, 35.80. Okay. Now I keep shorting more on the way down. So I know that once it prints 50 and I saw the 100 like flash, I know that. And then once I show the 100 flash and it reopens lower, than where it originally closed. Then I knew that shake everybody out, like myself to a degree, but I knew that was maybe the proverbial top. So now this fucking stock is still up 50. I mean, still stock's still
Yeah,
up
it's still a great
50% on the
day.
day.
Yeah, it's still a great day. That's what I mean. I think a lot of people look, you're a pro. Look how many people got cleaned out. And they cleaned both the longs out with the gap down to $8. And then I don't care where you had your stops at 24 or 28 or 30. They cleaned out all the shorts.
The stock has
First, they
gone.
clean out the longs, then the shorts. This is a no touch for me, bro.
Well, it's a no
That
touch.
kind
I
of
mean,
action.
now it's a no. I mean, what do I have
But
now?
you know what it reminds me of? The expression that markets bottom in silence and top with violence. If this isn't violence,
Yeah,
I've never seen
I'm short
violence,
5,200
violent
shares from
markets.
basically 23. I'll take it. And I know, listen, it could be a Bed Bath and Beyond, but all right. As by the
Okay.
way, as the rest of the market collapses, and I'm in this freaking thing. I make some nice proverbial trades. So for example, here's a Zillow. Zillow, I came and shorted. Stock opened up literally at 58.90. That's
Yeah.
59. I'm covering it at 57, $2 trade. What
Yeah.
else am I short? And some nice. I'm short of nice. Uh, I don't know. Just
All right. All right. So yeah, what a day. Um, that would
SMCI still parabolic. There it is.
yeah,
As the other ones, that NVIDIA. Hold on.
yeah, Nvidia,
NVIDIA's,
yeah,
top, okay. Then you have AMD even
yeah,
top, never made a new high. SMCI. That's it. And I'm
yeah.
short 200 shares from 750. And believe me, I'm not going to add any more, but trust me, I'll get it back.
Okay.
I'm not adding more. I don't care if it goes to 10,000.
Okay.
But when it does, I'll be on the way down. So it
It's
turned out to be
parabolic, tough,
parabolic.
parabolic
It's the
moves.
longest stock that has held over the 14 RSI in history.
Okay. Yeah, Michael Saylor was on. So anyway, yeah, that's why, Tim is so successful. He only shorts the weakness, he buys the strength, but parabolic stuff. What's this, Citibank?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Looks like it could, you know, make
Well,
another
they
run at
turned
the
around.
highs. Yeah,
Now they turned around. They're running into, they're going into gold, they're going into banks,
yeah.
and they're selling. They're selling. They're excuse me. They're taking up these low floaters or this mania as it's a mask to sell off all the other big cap stocks.
Mike, you know what? Pull up AG for a second and put up a monthly chart. And so that people know why I'm excited. Monthly, so you have to go back to, all right, there you go. 2020, that big candle in 2020, that was a COVID low. Silver was trading $12. Okay. We're at the same levels now with silver trading 23. Okay. So why am I interested? Either silver's way overvalued or these miners are the historically cheap. So, I look at it, I still think, the RSI held. I think we're getting closer, but there's still, I think, one more capitulation move left in the metals that should take the miners down, one more pop in the dollar, but we're so close. I don't think it takes any longer than at the latest the vernal equinox, March 20th, another month. But it could happen within days. So be on your toes. I hope that a lot of people heeded me because before the year ended, I said, don't be long miners because the major cycle low is due in 2024. And if you heeded that, you saved yourself 30, 40% on most minor positions. And now you're ready to go instead of just hoping to break even. So, and I know what that's like because I've been there. Um, that's about all I have to say today, buddy.
No,
You
I,
want
I
to,
understand. No, I'm done. I understand that with I just, like I say, that things, I'm just not taking stocks overnight below, above these moving averages anymore. And I feel like I literally doing this, self-deprecating. I
Yeah.
really feel like with that status, I made millions. I
You
swear to
know,
God,
and I was thinking about your other
millions.
rule about not buying stocks under five. And I bought Endeavor, and it's like a
Actually,
dollar
it's three.
40. Three? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have second thoughts about adding on to anything cheaper than three, because I want institutional support once these miners turn.
Well, that's also, but once it just gets to three and it goes into twos, it just never seems to get back to three once it gets into twos. It's just a bad
Yeah,
3 to 2. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Three usually goes to four, four goes into five, but if three goes backwards, it's two and then it's one. It's
yeah,
just that way.
yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I'm glad that things are straightening out for you. And you know what? You're the most transparent trader. I've been around a while.
No, I'm
All
still
you have
up,
to
but
do
it's
is
one.
look at my hair, and no one would tell the story you just told about they'd be revisionists or they'd ignore it. And you know what? I challenge anyone watching this video to find someone on YouTube that would tell a story, which it's not a story, it's real life, what Mike did today. And that shows integrity, and it separates people from the charlatans that only want to talk about what they're right and forget about things that didn't work out.
Well,
So I
I
really think we have a unique. Uh, uh, you make this TradeGate Hub very unique with your transparency, your aggressive style, and your universe of stocks that you trade. And feel fortunate to work with a guy like you.
touche, coach. A couple of lessons that could be learned about this, and you can listen to your parents. Don't run with scissors. All the things you learned to kids that probably as adults you wind up saying you were right.
Yeah.
Uh, you just got to stick with your disciplines and have a plan. And at this level, it's trading's not that difficult. It's trading against yourself and knowing just there's a lot of volatility. I have supportive management. I'm still up on the year. It's just another thing I'd like to point out that much like trading, and this is what happens, even so, stairs up and elevator down with trading and P, and it's just that way. And that you very rarely go through like a month of struggling and make it back in 3 days. But you might, uh, you know, you might make for a month, but you'll get back in 3 days. It's more. That's how it is. It's just I know I'm privy to numbers. I'm privy to light. That's why casinos are open. The longer you play,
Yeah.
and just beware. You have to always be sharp and focused and on your toes, and just reminding yourself of having good rules and not being hypocritical. And I'm always the one that did whatever I want. When I was even as a pup, people I could do whatever I could try to trade weed if I wanted to. Everybody says, "Why does Mike D do whatever you want to do?" Because I have those things. It's just now I don't want to work. I want to work smart. I want to work smarter, not harder.
I'm with you, buddy. Wait till you're my age.
All right, so touche.
All
Thanks for
right.
everybody in the being
All
in
right.
the room. Go back and watch all the videos. Transparency. You're not as good as your last trade. A lot of things are going on. Earnings reported. Major stocks moving today. They may not got it to get it to go over. John Deere, Crocs, Shack, Yeti. A ton of them. That place is another one. So get in the room. You'll see movers, gainers, and
And you know what, Mike? If you're vulnerable to all this, you know, disinformation and fear mongering and worried about World War III and about everything that's happening in the world, you have to watch Valina Chakarova's interview yesterday. World class geostrategist. And her message is that's not what's going to happen. Warfare is different. You don't have to build a bunker. Even though we're getting news about Russia putting nuclear weapons in space, satellite killers, whatever, that this woman who grew up behind the Iron Curtain, trained to be a diplomat for the Soviet Union, now in Austria, has a very unique view on everything that's happening today. And she actually, after that interview, lifted me up knowing that, yeah, there's going to be stuff that's going to happen, but you know, it's not as dire as the reset people are talking about and everything else you see on YouTube and online. Watch that.
Yeah, it's
It'll
right here.
be, yeah,
I knew
watch
it
it.
was important. I saw the shirt you even dry
I knew
cleaned.
you
I
were going to
said,
comment about
I
this.
had to look at that. I said, somebody's important on today. And
Yeah,
then I went, oh, look at that. No
yeah.
problem. So
You
go
know,
watch an interview.
you
It's
know, I
already
went back
garnered a
to
lot of.
Chicago, Mike. I'll wrap it with this. I went back to Chicago to see some of my high school buddies, and
Yeah.
he was having a party in the summer. And some guy had the nerve to come up and say to me, Dale, what's with that shirt? You look like a waiter
Oh, well, he's got no
at
style.
at
I
a
like the
Mexican
shirt. Don't get me wrong.
restaurant. Anyway, so that's what that's why I left Chicago because of people like that. Anyway, bro, uh, thanks and good hunting, and we're doing the best for everyone out there. You want to thank us? Come in the room, share your stuff. It's free. Surround yourself with traders better than yourself. I've done that. If you knew me 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I bet you would notice a difference. And that's because I'm around some pretty good traders most of the day. So,
This is for lunch.
all right. All right, buddy. So we'll see everyone tomorrow. Mike and I will wrap it up for you guys tomorrow.
Cheers, everybody. Great.
Adios.